Hello everyone, my name's Robot Ren, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Ark Survival Ascended. The hits just keep on coming. I'm down in the southeast corner of the map, preparing to run the lava cave, but this is not the first time I'll be running the lava cave on this playthrough. In fact, I had nearly an entire episode recorded when I fell victim to a game-breaking bug. Now, I'm not normally one to call this type of thing out. I generally try to keep it on the positive side, but this one really genuinely irks me. Long story short, I fell in the lava and died coming back from getting the artifact the second time. Now that sucks, but it's not the end of the world. What is the end of the world is that when I got down there to where Fisher and Grimm should have been waiting for me, both of them were gone. They had fallen through the map. Now, Grimm eventually popped back up to the surface for whatever reason, but Fisher never did, and then Fisher died underneath the surface with all of my gear in his inventory, and I was not able to recover any of that stuff. Luckily, I'm pretty meticulous about keeping backups because I've had problems like this in the past, so I restored from a backup and I'm ready to go again. This time, I have a plan in place to keep everyone safe in case of my untimely death, but that's kind of the backstory. So we're down here on this little platform I've created just for this. It's kind of like the one that I built over on Carno Island, only not fully enclosed and not quite as involved. But it serves the same function, which is a place to park my bird so I don't have to worry about him because I brought Buck. And I got a drop, which has some stuff in it. But this is the plan. The plan is, once I get down there, I'm going to put down some thatch foundations so that if I die, hopefully, Grimm and Fisher will not fall through the world, because it's just unacceptable. I mean, this game has been out for a while, right? And I get, they're trying to save me. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on that. Let's get to it. Luckily, having just done this, I'm already ready to go. The frame rate, let's back up. The frame rate is going to be genuinely terrible for a little bit. The cave, well, if the cave is like it was last time, it is going to be well and truly overpopulated. So it will get better as I get further in and clear out some of the excess dinos. Let's make sure we are ready to go. All right. Here we go. Now this cave, depending upon when you come to this cave, can be really difficult or really easy. At my level, with my dinos and my stats, this is not a particularly difficult cave, as long as you are not dumb about it. But there are a lot of bats, a fair number of scorpions, and a fair number of spiders. You know what just occurred to me? I had like 3 treasure maps on me. Well, I had 3 treasure maps on Fisher, but try not to think about it. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this crazy overspawn. Let's try to pick up some bats. Here we go, Fisher. Now, baryonyx are the ideal tame to ride in this map. And in truth, they're the ideal tame to ride in most caves, but this one in particular, they're just fantastic at. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. I am far less concerned about the scorpions and the spiders than I am about the bats. So bats will always take priority. Oh yeah, and dillos. I remember the very first time I came into this cave back in ASE, and I saw dillos, and I was totally not expecting to find dillos in a cave. They're almost like an afterthought. You know, if you were trying to run this on foot, then the dillos would definitely have an effect, but on the back of any kind of decent tame, the dillos are a complete non-factor. Oh, and I didn't bring any fish meat. For a second time! That's alright. Fisher will do fine, I am sure. I am quite sure. Alright. Hello, baby dillo. Goodbye, baby dillo. Ah. I will happily take that as often as you want to give it to me, game. Now you gotta be careful around the lava because the bats can push you around and push you into the lava, which, trust me, from recent experience, is not a place you want to be. And no drop over there. That's the other thing that I lost, although admittedly it was on my person when I died coming back, but I finally got a good piece of ghillie chest armor and then lost it in the lava. I would have had a chance to get it back had, you know, everyone else not fallen through the world and died. But such is life. I don't like Dillo Spit, but it's a heck of a lot better than Arthro Spit. So I will take that trade-off all day, every day. Alright, well that's going away. Hey, look at that. We've already got a map. And that is why I want to keep my inventory as clear as possible. Wallbat! So if I'm not mistaken, at least the current speculation is scorpions and bats have a higher probability chance of dropping a map, which means this really should be one of the best places to get maps. And based on the last time I ran it, that's probably pretty true. Alright, this is the first jump. You don't really need to sprint because you will overjump like that. In this one in particular, it's not a big deal because you have a lot of runway on the other side, but for some of the shorter jumps, do not run. Walking is more than enough. Like that one over there. But we're not going over there. We're going down here. got one. I'm sort of surprised that I haven't gotten rabies yet. The last time I ran this cave, I got rabies right around here. Whoa. I don't know what that sound was, but it was pretty angry sounding. Is it just me, or did, like, the burning sounds just get a whole lot louder? Alright, we're gonna sprint this, get through, we're gonna pick this up, and now we're in a much better place to fight things like that bat. Nope. Get out of here. Oh. Oh. I got rabies and didn't even notice. Probably because where my microphone is kind of blocks my status indicators. No. It's on your hotbar, Ren, where it has always been the whole time you've been playing this game. Talking about my water. Alright. Now to finish the job we were doing a second ago, before that bat so rudely interrupted me. We are almost there. I hear bats in the walls. If they want to stay there, I'm perfectly okay with that. Man, I hate spiders. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff around here. Whatevs. The place we're ultimately going to is right around here, but we're going to clear out all of this area. Ooh, hello, frames. Come on. Hey, just come and find me, please. Oh, good lord. That could explain why my frame rate tanked. That is a high concentration of terrible bad creatures. Oh, come on. Don't fence me in, bro. Alright. This is not where we want to be. But it is nice to have it cleared out. Get out of here. All right, let us continue. Off to the right there is where the bro, get down here. You can't fly, that's not fair. I hear something in the lava dying. I think it was a scorpion. So there's the artifact. That is ultimately where we are going. Alright, but around this corner here is not only the third explorer note, there's also a bunch of creatures that I don't want to come and find me while I am off my mount and vulnerable. So, we'll just clear it out while we're here. That's what you get. Try to stand up to the baryonyx. You gets the teeth. Alright, there is the final drop, or not final drop, final explorer node in here. Definitely want to try to draw them over here. Fighting on that narrow pathway near the lava with creatures that would happily push you into said lava. That is not a good time or a good idea. Did I? I really gotta, like, reposition my microphone because I did not see that at all. Okay. That's not gonna work. Fine. Oh, they're pushing me. Don't push me, bro. Alright, that's really all I'm worried about. So you can see the artifact from here, which means that they can see me as well. But while we're here anyway, might as well clear out everything. Those guys are no factor. Oh. Well, that really sounded like something growling. Anyway. Back to the place where we're ultimately going. This is the play. This will not work for everyone. I am on single player. I have building caves enabled. I'm generally speaking not a big fan of building in caves. But at times like these, I feel compelled to break the rules, even if they're my own rules. I don't know if I can hit that guy or not. If he wasn't in motion, that'll work. Is anyone else over there? I don't see anything. Alright. It's time to get naked. All I'm taking is this and these. Grim, you stay here, alright? Oh! I missed my boots. Alright. Save for safety, just in case something stupid happens. And we make a run for it. Now, getting over here without using no drop. Getting over here without using grappling hook is actually pretty easy. Getting back, that's a little more dicey. But I did seem to make it. Alright, give me my armor back. So that I don't burn to death. And now we just wait for the artifact to respawn. Alright, well it just spawned back in. That means time to get naked once again. And let's just hope that I don't die to hubris. Hubris is the word I was looking for. I almost did. I still might. Don't do it. No. Well, I guess we're gonna find out. That is exactly what happened last time, too. Just to be clear, that was not intentional. But just to be safe, let's see where Fisher is. Alright. This will be an interesting death run, just like it was last time. So far, it looks more promising than last time. I'm not gonna lie, I am quite nervous. But I am glad to know that the system works. But now we have to wait again. Oh well. It's only a bit of time. Alright, it is back again. So we'll do it once more. But this time, unfortunately, I don't have the benefit of using the grappling hooks because I lost them in the lava. So I guess we'll just have to be successful. All right. That's the two that I need. The two that I need to fight the Brood Mother. I don't need that stuff. At least not on me. All right. Success. Now we just have to get back out. But I'm going to pick these things up. I don't know that I'll be back down here. But if I do come back down here, I don't want to risk them causing problems with spawns. Oh, I thought I saw something moving there. And incidentally, my frame rate is through the roof again. Having all these guys cleared out has made a huge difference. We are not going that way. No. We are going back the same way we came because it is just a little bit easier. Or a little bit safer, I guess, would be the more appropriate word. Now, my recommendation, even though I'm clearly not following it, is don't sprint in the lava cave. Here, once again, this is a jump that you don't need to sprint to complete, but I've got enough runway on the other side that I'm going to do it anyway, just to make sure that I clear that gap. And it looks as though nothing has respawned. But it also looks as though no drops have spawned. It's sad, but that is unfortunate. That said, we haven't really done everything in the cave. There's not a lot left to it, but you can come down this way. Probably kill a few more creatures. There can be a drop out there, but there's not. But there can be. But since there's not, we will call it good. Cut any potential losses. And just be satisfied that we have the artifacts that we came for. Even if I did die once. But this time, I didn't lose everything. Woo! Lag spike while the world is loading back in. Up. Up, up, up we go. And then we are outside. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Fisher should be able to walk right out, and he did. Fantastic. Is anyone here going to try to eat my face the moment I get off? Oh! Oh! A 180 Oviraptor. With a baby. Oh, that is tempting. I don't really need any extra Oviraptors at the moment, but let's grab that stuff. Let's podfish her up, and let's get back to base. Because I have spent way more time over here than I really wanted to. But at least I know that system works, and that system will come into play in the swamp cave, because I intend to use wolves in the swamp cave, and getting wolves back out of the swamp cave is where I have had most of my trouble with tames falling through the map. But at least I know that I can put them on foundations, and they will be there waiting for me when I go back in to get them. I will see you back at base. So anyway, that's the story of how I succeeded, failed, restored from backup, succeeded again, failed again, and then ultimately succeeded at the lava cave. Next up, we are going to do the Cave of the Hunter. I have one artifact from that, but I need a second one, and we never really completed the cave. We just went in, got some materials, picked up an artifact while we were there anyway, and then came back out. Actually, we didn't pick up materials. We went in there to get a dung beetle. So yeah, so we need to go back and visit that anyway, and it's right by the southern base, so it's not a big deal, but that will be for next time. My name is Robot Ren. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.